Hi guys! So my name is Lecia Isilver from BIT3 ECT.
Everyone, my name is Rosada Patrick J.
Hi everyone, my name is Dan Patrick Hiroka.
Hi everyone, my name is Cherry M. Sige, elimination through workplace and organization. It is process to create more productive people and more productive company through motivation, education, and practice. Ulitin ko, meron tayong tatlong process para makapag-create ng isang productive people and productive company. Unang-una, motivation, education, and practice. 5S is, number 1, a systemized approach to organize work areas. To the word systemize, meron pa po tayong ibang kahulugan para mas magaan o mas maintindihan pa natin kung anong ibig sabihin ng systemize. Ito po yung mga iba pong kahulugan ng systemize: arrange, marshal, methodized, order, and organize. So, sa salitang organize pa lang, alam natin kung ano yung pinapahiwatag, ano yung gustong sabihin ng number 1. Kumbaga, sa isang tao, kung saan ka kabilang, kung saan ka magaling, kung saan ka dapat naroon, dapat andun ka kabilang, o doon ka dapat nakasama. Ganon din sa mga kagamitan sa isang workplace o sa work area, kailangan maging organized tayo. Kailangan lahat ng mga papers, alam natin kung saan ilalagay, at para pag naghanap tayo ng isang bagay, alam natin kung saan natin kukuhain. 5S is, number 2, keeping up standard rules and regulation. So the word rule and regulation, sa bawat kampanya o sa lahat ng company, meron silang rule and regulation. So pag alam mong ganito yung rule ng isang company, dapat huwag mo nating putulin o baliin yung rules na yon. Huwag na tayo gumawa ng mali o isang violence sa isang company. 5S is, number 3, maintaining the discipline needed to do a good job. Kumbaga, sa isang company o saan ka man naroon, gumawa ka ng mabuti o dapat marunong kang disiplina sa mga taong nakapaligid sa iyo. Gumawa ka ng tama kahit na alam mong wala naman talaga tong kapalit. 5S is, number 4, utilizing workplace organization and work. To the word utilize their specific skills and abilities. Workplace skills are need to be success, but good communication, and teamwork. 5S is, number 5, simplifying the techniques to make work easy, faster, cheaper, safer, and more effective. The process of removing tasks from existing rules in order to make them more focused. The objective of work simplifying is to develop improved work method. 5S is, number 6, developing positive attitude among workers. Practice your gratitude, and you can show the positive attitude through the word you use. The last one, 5S is, number 7, cultivation of efficiency, effectiveness, and economy of environment. Efficiency is all about reducing costs and resources required. So, kailangan alam natin kung ano yung goal o ano yung natapos natin. It's about achieving strategy goals that align with the vision of the organization.
Hello. I'm on my way now to the store to help you with good housekeeping. See you! Let's start by the first S. Sorting. Identify and take out unnecessary items and dispose them accordingly. Second S is systematize. Arrange necessary items in good and proper order. The third S, sweep. Also an action to clean or sanitize the place. The fourth S, standardize. condition where high standard of good housekeeping is maintained by continuously practicing the first 3 S. The last S, self-discipline. It is about mental and physical disciplines required to maintain the other 4 S. The discipline is achieved through the use of routines including self-assessments, audits and checklists of results visually displayed and regularly reviewed. It is necessary to keep educating and training people on maintaining standards. 5S Good housekeeping, it works.
Why 5S is important? 5S is to improve workplace efficiency and productivity by creating a clean, organized, and safe work environment. It aims to eliminate waste, reduce errors, and increase employee satisfaction by providing a clear and structured system for organizing workplace and materials. Ang 5S ay tungkol sa pagsasaayos sa isang lugar sa pamamagitan ng 5 paraan para mas mapabilis, maayos at ligtas ang daloy ng production at serbisyo. Ano nga ba ang layunin ng 5S? Ito ay antas ng productivity at kalidad ng produkto o serbisyo ng malinis, maayos at ligtas na lugar at disiplinado. Iba pang kaalaman, sa ibang kwadra, naging 6S ang 5S. Ang ika-6 na elemento ay safety o siguradong ligtas. Nabuo ang 5S sa bansang Hapon at natukoy bilang isa sa mga paraan na pinapagana ng just in time, nasa tamang oras. Because of 5S, workplace become clean and better organized. Work become easier and safer. Results are visible to everyone. Visible result trigger and generation of more and new ideas. People are automatically disciplined. People become proud of a well-organized workplace and resultant good company image generate more business. Bakit ang 5S ay kailangan sa isang workplace? Ang 5S ay nakakatulong. Unang-una, nagiging malinis at maayos ang isang lugar pag nasusunod natin ang 5S. Pangalawa, ang trabaho ay mas nagiging madali pag alam natin ng isang bagay kung saan natin kukuhain. Pangatlo, ang resulta ay nakikita sa bawat ginagawa natin. Kumbaga, kung malinis ang isang bagay, hindi tayo mahihirapan sa paghahanap. Kung malinis ang isang bagay o maayos ang isang bagay, magiging ligtas tayo at hindi tayong papahamak o magkakaroon ng disgrasya. Pang-apat, nakikita natin ang resulta at mas nakakabuti yun sa ibang tao dahil lalo pag may bago, pag nakita nilang malinis at saan nakalagay ang isang bagay, malamang ay susundan nila kung ano yung ginagawa nating karapat-dapat. Pang-5, ang mga tao ay automatikong disiplina. Halimbawa na lamang, pag wala tayong disiplina sa ating sarili, panigurado hindi maayos ang ating lifestyle. Pang-6, nagiging proud yung ibang tao, lalong-lalo pag nakita nila yung isang lugar kung gaano kalinis o kaayos. Lalong-lalo sa isang trabaho, pag nakita mo magulo o makalat ang isang workplace, panigurado mawawalan ka ng gana, umpisahan yung trabaho na dapat mong tapusin. Dahil mas uunahin mong maglinis at mag-ayos ng dapat mong ayusin kahit may minamadali kang trabaho. Panghuli, lahat ng ginagawa natin may bunga. So, pag gumawa tayo ng maayos at karapat-dapat sa isang kumpanya, panigurado may kapalit yon. Hindi man kailangan mag-expect ng kapalit, pero makikita nila na porsigido ka at makikita nila na dapat pala ginawa ko to. Dapat pala mas maiging maging malinis o maging maayos o maging ma-organize sa isang bagay para wala lang pagsisisi sa huli. Dahil sa 5S, nakakatulong ito para maging disiplina ang isang tao, isang work or isang employee sa isang organisasyon. kailangan natin gamitin ang pamamaraan ng 5S. Ang 5S ay hindi kinakailangan ng mahabang proseso upang matutunan. 5S is prerequisite for any improvement program as waste is potential gain, so eliminating waste is a gain. 5S philosophy focus on effective workplace organization, simplify work, environment, and reducing waste. While improving quality and safety, there is no hope for efficiency or quality improvement with the dirty workplace, waste of time and scrap. Ang 5S ay kumakatawan sa 5 paraan upang maiayos ang isang lugar sa paggawa. Unang kumakatawan sa 5S, unang-una sa English ay sort, sa Tagalog ay suriin. Suriin na paghihiwalay ng mga gamit o document na kailangan pa o hindi na. Pangalawang kumakatawan sa 5S ay number 2, Satan. Sa English ay systemize, sa Tagalog ay sinupin. Sinupin o pagsasaayos o pagsasalansan ng mga kagamitan o kasangkapan. Ang sistemang ito ay nakakatulong upang epektibo sa pag-iwas ng anumang aberya at sakuna sa isang trabaho. Pangatlong kumakatawan sa 5S, seiso. Sa English ay sweep, sa Tagalog ay simutin. Simutin, regular na pagwawalis at paglilinis upang maiwasan ng anumang dumi, alikabok. Pang-apat na kumakatawan sa 5S ay seikatsu, o sa English ay standardize, sa Tagalog ay siguruhin. Siguruhin pagtatalaga ng mga gawain o alituntunin na dapat sundin upang mapanatili ang maayos at malinis na lugar. Panglima na kinakatawan ng 5S ay shitsuki, o sa English ay self-discipline, sa Tagalog ay sariling kusa. Sariling kusa, pagsasaugali o palagi ang paggawa.
"5S. Mahirap hanapin ang bagay na kailangan kapag magulo ang gamit. Maaari din itong maging sanhi ng aksidente. Mag-5S tayo sa ating mga lugar sa trabaho. Seri, sort o suriin ay ang paglalagay ng mga gamit sa tamang lalagyan at pag-aalis ng mga gamit na hindi kailangan sa trabaho. Sitan, systematize o sinupi naman ay ang pagsasalansan ng mga gamit upang madaling maabot ang mga ito at hindi makaabala sa trabaho. Seiso, sweep o simutin ay ang pagpapanatili ng kalinisan ng mga gamit at ng lugar sa trabaho. Seiketsu, standardize o siguruhin ang paraan para matiyak na tuloy-tuloy ang pagpapatupad ng good housekeeping sa pamamagitan ng pagsama nito sa OSH policy at program ng kumpanya. Dapat may shitsuke, self-discipline o sariling kusa ang lahat pagdating sa pagpapanatiling malinis at maayos ang kapaligiran sa trabaho. Tandaan ang 5S upang aksidente ay maiwasan. Sort o suriin, systematize o sinupin, sweep o simutin, standardize o siguruhin, self-discipline o sariling kusa. Isang paalala mula sa OSHC.
Hello everyone, my name is Sursada Patrick J. At ang report ko ngayon ay dalawa sa 5 principle of 5S, which is Seri and Seton. Ano nga ba ang Seri o sort o pag-uuri sa Tagalog? Ang sabi dito ngayon ay, this involves going through all items in the workplace and separating what is necessary from what is unnecessary. And unnecessary items are either discarded or moved to designated area, and another meaning nito is remove unnecessary items and dispose them properly. So ano nga ba yung sabihin nito? Bali, ito yung mga 5 principle of 5S, which is Seri and Seton. Ang una, yung unang principle is ito yung mga paghihimay ng mga equipment na nagagamit mo pa o lagi mong ginagamit, and pag-recycle o pagtapon ng mga equipment na sira na at hindi na pwede pang gamitin. And ano nga ba mga benefits ng practicing theory o sorting? Ang isa dito ay make works easy while eliminating obstacles. So ito nga yung sinasabi dito is yung mga item na o equipment na hindi na ginagamit is maaalis mo sa mga lugar na pinaglalagyan mo o mga lugar na dinadaanan ng tao, and provide no chance of being disturbed with unnecessary items. Bali, ito nga yung mga kagamitan na nakaharang sa daanan tulad ng mga boxes sa offices, mga ganyan, and machines sa mga infrastructures, kahoy, bakal, and etc. And eliminating the needs to take care of unnecessary items prevents accumulation of unnecessary items. Bali ito sa prevents accumulation of unnecessary items. Bali ito yung pagdami ng mga gamit na equipment na hindi mo naman na kailangan is nape-prevent niya. Bali imbis na ma-imbak mo o tumambak sila sa warehouse mo o sa workplace, is tinatapon na siya or nare-recycle, and helps to keep the work area tidy. Bali, ang ibig sabihin natin is pinapanatili niyang malinis ang workplace area mo, and improve searching and fetching efficiency and clear math spaces. So, ang ano nga nito ng series, mas pinapadali mo niya mas pinapadali niya ang trabaho dahil yung mga item na kailangan mo is nakaset na siya, and nakaset na siya by orders. Mas madali na hanapin, at yung mga gamit na hindi na kailangan is tinatapon na o dinedispose. So, practicing theory, ito ang ibig sabihin is set clear objectives. And ano nga ba ang meron sa set clear objectives? Clearly define the goals and objective of the theory process, and this included identifying what items are essential and necessary for daily operation. So, tulad nga sabi ko kanina, mas madali mong makita yung mga equipment na kailangan mo dahil nakasort na siya, and yung mga unnecessary equipment is nakadispose na. Ayan. Create a sorting plan, and meron sa creating a sorted plan, and develop a plan or criteria for sorting items. So this include categorizing items based on frequency use, and ano nga sabi dito, ang pinupunto nito ay yung paggawa mo ng plano or pagle-label mo sa mga item na ginagamit na pa, and pagle-label sa item na ginagamit pa and sa kanilang mga condition para ma-avoid yung mga paggamit ng mga may depekto na product or equipment. Yan. Communicate and involve the team and communicate and involve the team. Meron sa communicating and involving the team. Inform employees about the SERI initiative and explain its importance and benefits. So, sinasabi nga ang pinupunto nga nito is dapat hindi lang ikaw ang may alam kung ano ang ibig sabihin ng SERI. Dapat buo kayong team mo ang nakakaintindi ng ibig sabihin na ito para mas panatiling malinis ang workplace area nyo, and walang mga unnecessary items or equipment na nakatambak sa workplace area nyo, and conduct a thorough inventory. So, assess the entire workspace including storage areas, cabinets, shelves, and workstations, and identify all items within a designated area and evaluate their necessity and usefulness. So, ang sinasabi nga dito ay, bali dito, nalalaman kung ano yung mga item na meron ka pa na pwede pang gamitin, and item na hindi mo na pwedeng gamitin para makapag-order ka pa ulit or makabili ng bago na pwede mong gagamitin sa workplace area nyo. And i-dispose na yung mga defective product, equipment, and may mga sira ng kagamitan. Sort items into categories. So, tulad na sabi ko kanina sa may create a sorting files. Bali, parang isa lang yung meaning nila, which is paglalagay lang ng label sa mga frequently used items mo para mas mapadali mo makita ang hinahanap mo na equipment sa inventory or sa workplace area mo. Next topic natin is set-on or systemize o pag-aayos. Bale, dito nga sa set-on, ito yung parang pagsiset in order na parang sa categories na, and ito yung meaning niya is set in order, set-on. Once unnecessary items are removed, the next step is to organize the remaining items in a logical and efficient manner. And each item should have a designated place, making it easy to find and access when needed. So, bali, parang parehas lang siya ng serie, and ang pinagkaibalan is ito yung pagsusort. Parang pagsusort din siya ng pag-aayos din. Mas mapapadali lang yung paghanap ng equipment, and hindi ka na mahihirapan pa sa pag-access ng mga equipment or files, mga ganyan, utensils pagdating sa FSM, and etc. Ganyan. And a place for everything in its place. Bali, ito nga yung nakaset in order na yung mga items na kailangan mo, tulad ng mga martilyo, different sizes of wrenches, and screws, utensils, machines, and etc. And arrange necessary items in good order so that they can be easily picked. O, katulad din ng sinabi sa may create a sorting plan. I-arrange mo rin yung items by frequently use mo para mas madali mo makita yung mga items na gagamitin mo. So, ano nga bang benefits ng ng practicing set-on or systematize? Number 1 benefits nga nito is prevent loss and waste of time. Bali, mape-prevent niya nga yung pagkawala ng item o equipment, materials na hinahanap mo, and din imbis na magsayang ka pa ng oras sa paghanap ng gamit, is mas mapapabilis na yung paghanap mo ng material na yun, o equipment. And yung number 2 example niya is easy to find and pick up necessary items. So, tulad na lang sabi kanina, pag nakaset and order na siya, mas mabilis mong makukuha yung item na kailangan mo sa inventory or sa cabinet o saan man sila naka-stock. Ensure first come first serve basis. So, dito naman pagdating dito is pag naka-set in order siya, bali lagi mo una kung ano yung una mong binili, hindi yung kung ano yung huli mong binili na item, yun yung una mong makukuha, dahil dito may iwasan yung pagka-expired ng isang produkto. So, tulad dito sa may pagbili ng pintura, kung ano yung una mong binili, dapat yun yung laging unang nasa inventory mo para hindi masira abang katagalan, and pagdating sa mga pagkain para hindi agad na-expire. Work makes workflow smooth and easy. Yan, tulad nga sa mas mapapadali yung trabaho mo, dahil kung may kailangan ka man equipment, materials na ginagamit, mas mapapabilis na yung paghahanap mo, hindi yung magkakarakara pa na hanapin yung isang bagay sa workplace na hindi maayos. Yan, ganyan. Yan. Categorization. So, ang sabi nito is begin by categorizing items based on their similarities and function. So, ito nga yung pag-categorize ng mga gamit na kailangan mo sa isang trabaho para mas mabilis mo siyang matapos agad, and hindi ka na maghanap pa ng mga tools na kakailanganin mo. Yan, sorting. So, parang na-explain na rin ito kanina. Once the item have been categorized, sort them further by size, shape, or any other relevant criteria. So, parang ganun nga rin, i-sort mo yung item or i-categorize mo yung mga items mo by sizes nila, shapes, or depende sa kakailanganin mo kung anong type ng trabaho na ginagawa mo. And remove ang unnecessary items during the sort Yan, removing unnecessary items. And during the sorting and organizing process, identify and remove any items that are no longer needed. So, dito nga papasok yung sa may practicing ng SERI, which is pagde-dispose ng mga gamit na hindi mo na kailangan sa workplace mo and pagbili ng bago, mga ganyan. and next natin is practicing seton or pag-aayos ng mga kagamitan by orders. And ito yung types ng practicing niya. And place goods in wider frontage along passages. Bali kung ang workplace mo naman is yan, tulad ng kitchen, pwedeng ilagay mo yung mga utensils mo na kailanganin sa yan, tulad ng sa wider frontage along passages. Bali pwede mo silang isabit na lang sa dingding ng pinagluluto para hindi ka na maghanap-hanap pa sa mga drawer, and nakaset na rin sila by sizes and by uses. And number 2 is store goods for first in and first out retrieval. Parang ganoon na rin yung pangatlong benefits niya sa practicing. And have a fixed location for everything. And dapat sa item na kailangan mo, iisa lang yung lokasyon na pinaglalagyan nila para hindi ka mahirapan pa maghanap. And dapat lahat ng item na kaparehas ng kailangan mo is nandun lang lahat, and with label para mas mapabilis yung paghahanap. Yan, label items in their locations systematically and mark everything. Yan, tulad na sinabi ko is kailangan may label para mas mapadali yung paghahanap mo sa item na kakailanganin mo. Yan, tulad nga ng sizes ng screw, dahil meron tayong different sizes ng screw and different uses, tulad ng pointed and flat. Yung pointed naman is for metal, and yung flat yung pointed is for concrete and wood, and yung flat naman is for metal. Yan. Yan. Separate special tools from common ones. So, ito nga yung separate ng mga tools na lagi mong ginagamit, and yung mga kailangan mo from sa mga tools na minsan mo lang gamitin. Yan, tulad ng kunyari martilyo. Yan, i-separate mo dapat sa power drill na lagi mong ginagamit, and yung martilyo na minsan mo lang gamitin para may extra spaces pa na ginagamit, o may extra spaces pa na kakailanganin mo. And put frequently used items nearer to the user. Bali, ito yung paglalagay ng mga items na lagi mo ginagamit sa tabi mo, or mas mabilis mo na makita. Tulad kunyari kung meron kang garage, ipuput mo yung item na lagi mong ginagamit, o yung materials, equipment na lagi mong ginagamit sa mas mabilis mo lang makita, and mas mabilis mo lang makuha, and mas malapit sa'yo. Syempre, tulad nga nasabi dito is nearer to the user. Makes things visible to reduce searching time and organized by color. So, parang parehas lang nito yung label items and their location systematically. Yan, dapat yung item na yung lugar na paglalagay mo ng equipment mo or materials, dapat visible siya sa mata mo o sa eye, and organize sila ng by color. Kunyari kung sa tuloy ng example ko sa screw, dahil meron tayong normal screw and black screw, ganyan, and concrete nail and finishing nail. And so mas mapapadali lang yung paghanap mo with labeling them. Next naman is don't pile up items without separator. Ito yung hindi yung pag-iwas na sa pagtatambak ng mga gamit nang hindi sila sineseparate. So, pwede ulit gamitin example dito yung pako and yung mga screw. Yan, may different sizes sila yun. Pag tinambak mo na sila nang hindi mo sila sineseparate, in-store mo sila sa isang area na hindi sila separated, mas mahirapan kang hanapin ngayon yung item na yun, dahil mas mapapatagal pa. Yan, tulad nga ng sabi sa benefits na number 1 sa benefits is waste of time, which preventing waste of time. Yan, mas mapapadali yung trabaho mo, yung paghahanap mo kung yung mga item na kailangan mo is nakaseparate talaga sila and hindi sila nakatambak lang ng hindi sila nakaseparate and yan. Put everything at the right angles to the passage line yan. So yan, yung paglalagay ng item sa tamang lugar, tamang daanan para walang obstacles o obstruction sa way ng daanan mo and yan, yun nga, tulad nga sabi ko is walang obstruction na mangyayari and mape-prevent also yung accident. So pwedeng halimbawa din yung mga martilyo na nakasabit lang, dapat nasa lang talaga sila, nakaside lang ng wall and dapat din yung pagkaka-install ng mga storage mo is matibay and talaga solido. Fix unstable articles for safety. Bali dito parang parehas lang sila ng label items and make things visible by to reduce sorting time and organizing color and provide sight for abnormal condition or when help is needed. Keep space for safety equipment and evacuation passage clear, outlining work areas and location and shadowing tools. So doon na nga natatapos yung report ko about 2 principle of 5S which is Seri and Seton. Yan. And overall, same lang sila ng meaning and pero may different uses sila and nakadepende na sa tao kung anong type ng practices or execution ang gagawin nila. Bali, ang ibig sabihin na ng Seri is yung pag aalis o pagsiseparate ng items from necessary items and unnecessary items and sa Seton naman is yung organizing the necessary items and labeling them or marking them so you can find them you can find the tools, equipments or materials you needed easily, fastly and preventing waste of time from searching them. Yeah. And that's all. Thank you.
Hi guys! So, my name is Leshias Isilver from BIT3ECT. So, ang na-assign po sa akin topic ay ang Seiso and Seiketsu. So, arat na! Seiso, sweep o paglilinis. Clean your workplace completely after the first thorough cleaning when implementing 5S. Daily follow-up cleaning is necessary in order to sustain this improvement. Cleanliness is also helpful to notice damages on equipment such as leaks, breakage, and misalignment. These minor damages, if left unattended, could lead to equipment failure and decrease of production. Regular cleaning is a type of inspection. Seiso or sweep o paglilinis. So, ano nga ba ang seiso? Di ba yung seiso yung makikita sa playground? Yung may dalawang tao na Ay! Di nga pa. Seiso nga pala yun. Joke lang, ito na nga. So, etong seiso na to, sinasabi dito na kailangan natin mapanatili ang kalinisan sa ating workplace. At habang tayo naglilinis, maaari tayong makita ng mga damages sa ating equipment na nandoon sa workplace na yun. So, una, yung leaks, sunod naman yung breakage at misalignment. So, ano nga ba yung leaks? Ito yung mga tulo, pero hindi iniisip yung tulo So, yung tulo na to, yung tulad ng mga water leaks or yung mga gas leaks. Sunod naman yung breakage, yung mga something has been broken. Yung mga broken, basta mga hindi broken hearted, basta mga broken na makikita sa ating mga equipment o mga bagay na nandun sa ating workplace. Sunod naman yung misalignment. Yung mga misalignment, madali lang maintindihin yun. Ito yung mga bagay na hindi nasa tamang lugar o pwesto na dapat dun sila nakalagay. Kung saan sila nakalagay. Ganun. Kaya, habang tayo naglilinis, makikita natin yun. Benefits. Number 1. Easy to check abnormally. Number 2. Prevents machinery and equipment from deterioration. Number 3. Keeps workplace safe and easy to work. Practices. Number 1. Clean up daily. Number 2, 3 to 5 minutes cleaning daily. Number 3, assign owner to each machine. Number 4, combine cleaning with inspection. Number 5, make daily maintenance points clear by providing visible instructions.
So we have learned so far about the history of the 5 years, purpose of 5 years, the S1 that is Seri, sorting the things, the S2 that is set on, that is set in order, and now it's time to learn about the S3 that is say so, means shining or shine the things. So in the S3 step, what you are going to do, the things which you have sorted, the good things which you have taken away from the bad things, you have kept the bad things away or unwanted things away, scrapped it out or kept it away. That good things you have now kept in order in the S2. You have set in order, properly kept. But what will happen if you do not clean it regularly? The things will start to deteriorate if it is not taken care regularly. So, if the cleaning of the workplace, workstation, floors, machine equipments are not carried out regularly, what will happen? It starts to get contaminated with the dust, dirt. And again, what will happen once it is covered with the dirt, covered with the dust? It will not function properly. Secondly, you will not be able to identify the things properly. What are the boards you have made? It will be not visible. So the purpose of the S2 was it should be easily seen, can see, can take out and can return. To maintain the S2 condition, what you have to do, you have to carry out the S3, that is say so, shine, clean. Okay, you have to regularly clean the things so that they are maintained in the good condition. And to maintain the workplace, to sustain this practice, the workstation, workspace, machines should be cleaned, should be cleared by the owner of that area so that a sense of ownership is created. If you are working in the cabin, working in the office, it is your duty to clear your table, keep the things properly, clean the tabletop, clean your system. Many people may say it's a non-value added activity. Why I should waste my time in such activity? Instead of that, I can do some other quality work, high important job, highly important job. But if we start doing this, it is going to deteriorate our efficiency also. If we do not clean our workspace, I am not saying that we have to go and start cleaning the entire factory every day. No, it's not your job, but at least your workstation. So similarly for the operator, if he is running the machine, he is operating the machine, it's his job to clean it. And cleaning is not just the cleaning. Cleaning is inspecting also. When you clean something, actually you are going to inspect the things. That's why if it is done by the owner, it is helpful. It should not be the way of working that I will make dirt and somebody else is going to come and clean it. This attitude is not going to work for implementation of the 5 years. We have to ask the question to ourselves, how many of us makes our own bed every day? If you are not making the bed every day, if you are not cleaning, if you are not keeping the blanket or the bed sheets properly every day, start doing that. The 5 years implementation should start from our home, from ourselves. That is necessary for the long-term sustenance. How we are going to carry out the say-so cleaning shining activity? It's very simple. We have to clean our workspace every day. Whenever during the cleaning we find certain broken parts, instrument, unnecessary things can be found out during that only. If at all it is being kept, by mistakenly you can find out, oh, it is unnecessary. Let us tag it out and keep it separately. If a machine operator is cleaning, basically he is finding out the leakages, air leakages, oil leakages, noise, vibrations, misalignment, whatever abnormalities are there. Whatever the abnormalities are there, they can find it out and they can set it right. So ultimately, this activity is going to help them in carrying out their job properly. And this is how it is going to help in improving the productivity also. There is a fundamental called CLIT, C-L-I-T, in the TPM. What they do in that, basically, C is for the cleaning. C-L-I-T. It's a part of the autonomous maintenance. Cleaning, lubrication, inspection and tightening. These are things to be regularly done by the machine operators, machine owners. Because when they clean, they can find out the leakages, they can correct it, they have to lubricate it every day. Inspect it, means lubricate in the sense, if lubrication is necessary, then only. Some rotating parts are there, lubrication is necessary, they will inspect visually or with the help of some instruments. And wherever there is some loosening is noticed, they will tighten it. So CLIT is a part of a TPM. So at least we have to do the cleaning. Rest of the things, okay, other parts are being taken care of in other improvement activities. So that's all about the S3, that is say-so, cleaning and shining activity. Let's learn about the S4, that is Seiketsu, standardization, in the next chapter.
Seiketsu or standardize o pagpapanatili. Maintain the high standards of housekeeping and workplace organization at all times. Once the first 3 5S have been implemented, it should be set as a standard to keep this good practice work area. Without it, the situation will deteriorate right back to old habits. The first 3S are often executed by order. Seiketsu helps to turn into natural, standard behavior. Ano nga ba ang Seiketsu? Ang Seiketsu ang papapanatili ng kaayusan, kalinisan at kaligtasan sa work area. At once na ma-implement ang 3-5S, pwede itong mag-set ng standard upang makip ang good practice work area. At itong Seiketsu na to ay tumutulong upang mabalik ang natural na itong kaanyuan. Benefits. Number 1, maintain cleanliness and orderliness. Number 2, prevents disoperation. Number 3, makes it easy to find out abnormally. Number 4, standardize good practices. Practices. Number 1, visual color signs. Number 2, color coding. Number 3, foolproofing. Number 4, responsibility labels. Number 5, wire management. Number 6, inspection marks. Number 7, Prevention of dust, dirt, noise, and vibration.
So far, we have gone through the S1, S2, S3, that is SAIRI, SAITON, and SAISO. So, you have sorted the things, you have set it in order, and you started the activity of shining or cleaning it regularly. Now, the S4, in the S4 Saiketsu, what you are going to do? You are going to do standardization so that you will maintain the condition that you have achieved through S1 to S3 activities. It is said that there is no improvement without the standards. Standard is the basis for improvement. So, how you are going to standardize it? By way of creating the work instructions, by creating the SOPs, that is standard operating procedures, by creating the checklists, for example, for the cleaning. So, whether the areas are cleaned or not, you will create a checklist for that. You will make a standard operating procedure, or in the existing work instructions or SOPs, you will mention about the cleaning activities or maintaining the workplace, what are the things to be done so as to maintain the S1 to S3 condition in the SOPs, so that the operators, the process owners will follow it. Apart from this, various color coded bins for segregating the material, like for cotton, oily cotton, metal pieces, plastic, is also a part of standardization. You must have seen the bins with the plastic material, paper material, and also for the recyclable material. So what does that mean? You ask people to put the scrap, put the unwanted things into the bins. Moreover, you are standardizing it so that it is categorized into various categories. They are keeping it into various categories properly. That is the standardization you are doing, so that what are the condition you have achieved through S1 to S3 are maintained.
Hi everyone, my name is Dan Patrick Iroha, and the topic that will be present to you, it's the Shitsuki, the last S, and the benefits of the 5S to people. Shitsuke, or in English, self-discipline. It involves maintaining or continually improving the establishes practice the previous for a stage. Shitsuke emphasized the importance of creating a culture of discipline, obedience to procedure, and continuous improvement in the workplace. It is involved maintaining the 5S principle into the daily routine, ensuring that everyone follow the established standard and continuously improving process. Ito ko na maikling video para may paliwanag sa inyo ang ibig sabihin ng Shitsuke. Meaning dito sa Shitsuke, makita kung yung apat na SI masasagawa ng empleyado kahit hindi nauutos, napupuna. Masabing mas organized ang isang workplace kung makita itong organized sa araw-araw o Sa madaling salita, ang Otsutsuki ay pagsasabuhay ng naunang 4S para magkaroon ng good workplace or good housekeeping. Halimbawa sa school, pauwi na kayo. So dapat alam mo na yung gagawin, magpulot ng kalat, ayusin yung upuan na hindi inutusan. Ayun yung pinaka madali sa akin na paliwanag para dun sa Shitsuke. Magbibigay naman ako ng maikling video para naman sa benefits of Shitsuke.
Why would you need binoculars in your own room, Bumbly? Don't disturb me. I'm trying to concentrate here. Concentrate? For what? Can't you see? I am looking for an assignment I need to submit in school today. Oh, okay. Wait, I am going to ask again. Why do you need binoculars for that? How else do I find it in here? Keeping your room clean would be a better start, no? I keep hearing this from Mom. Now you don't start. Okay. No, wait. Help me find this assignment. It is very important for my school report. I will, but on one condition. Start keeping your room clean. I do try, but somehow it ends up being messy. How do I keep it clean? By putting back every item where you took it from. That way, you won't create a mess to clean it up later. Keeping things organized not only helps you find something when you need it, but also saves you time and lets you think with clarity. Hey, I found your assignment. Really? And I find you awesome.
Benefits of Shitsuke are 1. Maintenance and cleanliness and orderliness. A clean and orderly space reduces the risk of accident and injury. It is ensure that tools, equipment, and pathways and clean and easily accessible. Kapag ang mga employee ay isinasabuhay ang 4S, magiging malinis ang lugar, maayos lagi ang mga gamit, at iwas aksidente dahil sa mga kalat. Number 2. Prevent disseparation. Shitsuke aims to create a stable and consistent working environment where everyone understands and assured to establish practice. Kapag iisa ang sinusundan ng practice ng isang kumpanya, mas mababa yung tansya na magkaroon ng error ang mga empleyado. Number 3. Make it easy to find out abnormality. Mas madaling mapapansin na may iba o wala sa ayos kapag organize ang iisang practice lang ang ginawa ng lahat. Mamumukod-tangi siya kasi hindi siya naka-align sa kung ano ang mga ginagawa ng nakakarami. Number 4. Standardize good practice. It aims to create stable and reliable foundation for operation. Ito yung nagkakaroon ng consistency sa pag-practice at same time ay mas ini-improve yung pagpa-practice. Example practice of Shitsuke. Number 1. Wash hand after going to the toilet. Mas magiging malinis ang lugar kung kaugalian ng empleyado ang paghuhugas, lalo na kung galing sa CR. Dapat ito ay isinasabuhay ng isang tao, lalo na pati kung kalusugan ng isang tao ay importante. Magsisimula ang kalinisan sa pagiging malinis sa katawan. Dito naman, may ipapakita ako na maikling video para naman sa workplace cleanliness.
Workplace cleanliness has a direct impact on occupant health and wellness, consumer feedback, and workforce effectiveness. Studies have found that the average office workspace contains hundreds to thousands of potentially disease-causing microbes per square inch, contributing to more than 5 sick days and $1,700 in lost productivity per U.S. worker each year. According to BizTimes, the average desk hosts 800 bacteria per square inch. That's nearly 15 times more bacteria than what's on a toilet seat. There's about 59 bacteria per square inch on a toilet seat. Your desk phone can contain an estimated 1,600 bacteria per square inch.
Eat and smoke designated area. Pagkakaroon ng disiplina na sumunod sa kung saan tamang lugar gawin ang dapat gawin o gustong gawin ng isang empleyado. Mas organized at maling tignan kung sa cafeteria ay lugar para kumain at wala iba tulad ng pagtulog o paninigarilyo, dahil dapat mas kanya-kanyang ring dapat itong lugar para mas maging maayos ang isang kumpanya. Number 3, keep workplace always clean and tidy. Number 4, follow safety rule. Dapat ang mga empleyado ay alam kung ano ang safety rules ng isang kumpanya. Mas kailangan itong isabuhay dahil buhay ng isang tao ang nakasalalay dito. Pwede pumasok dito ang pagkakaroon ng knowledge sa first aid ang bawat empleyado para mas maisabuhay nila ito. Number 5, work according to standard. Sumunod lagi sa rules and regulation ng kumpanya. Number 6, put things back to their proper place after use. Maganda na laging pagsabihan ang mga empleyado na ibalik ang mga gamit kung saan ito kinukuha bilang respeto sa susunod pa nagagamit. Katulad sa amin, kapag ihiram kami ng tools dun sa professor namin, so pinapaalam namin yun, then nililinis namin yung mga tools para pag sa susunod na gamit hindi sila magrereklamo na madumi or something na may problema dun sa tools. Ngayon naman, ano nga ba ang makukuha natin na benefits sa 5S? Benefits of clean and well-organized workplace. Number 1, high in productivity. A clean and dirty environment can positively impact the mindset of individual, promoting focus and productivity. Mas magiging productive ang isang tao kapag organize ang gamit at paligid niya. Produce quality. Products and service. Mas maganda ang quality ng isang product or service kapag malinis Malinis din yung lugar dahil walang contamination yung product. Example na rin dito yung mga restaurant. Mas masarap ang pagkain kapag ang tools and equipment na ginamit sa pagluluto ay malinis. Katulad din sa amin kapag example din namin yung paggamit namin ng tools dun sa lab. So, kapag ginagamit namin yung tools, binabalik namin siya. So, nililinis namin siya para kapag may gagamit na iba, parang malinis tignan.
Costs for K through 12 schools continue to grow, and funding for education remains under pressure. Schools need ways to reduce costs and make budgets work. Schools can cut their custodial programs or bring in a custodial service provider to reduce costs and put money back into educational priorities. But what if those service cuts go too far? Schools shouldn't have to suffer lower quality to lower their costs. There is a way district leaders can achieve high standards and control spending. By
Isa rin sa benefits ng 5S ay kaya nitong bawasan ang cost ng kumpanya. Bawas gastos ang pagtatapon ng sira at hindi kailangan ng gamit. Bawas gastos rin ang pagbabawas ng paglilinis kapag marunong maging malinis ang lahat ng empleyado. At bawas gastos din sa pag-aayos ng gamit kung masinop sa gamit ang empleyado. Ensures delivery on time. Mas mabilis matapos ang isang bagay kung naaalis ang mga bagay na hindi naman kailangan. Sumusunod yung mga tao, ginagawa yung naka-assign sa kanila. At kapag may disiplina ng isang empleyado sa oras nila, matatapos nila agad yung mga dapat nilang gawin. And lastly, make employee moral heights. Mas mararamdaman ng mga empleyado na ang sense of accomplishment kapag mas nararamdaman nila na na-achieve nila yung isang bagay dahil sumusunod sila sa mga practice. Then, nararamdaman din nila na maayos din yung mga set nila standard para matapos lahat ng gawain nila. The 5S improve. Number 1, creativity of people. Mas magiging creative ang mga employee kung yung paligid nila is organized and hindi makalat. Mas gumagana yung utak nila dahil wala na silang isipin na lilinisin o gagawin pa. Number 2, communication among people. Kapag ang mga empleyado ay sumusunod sa 5S, magkakaroon sila ng communication dahil sa iisa ang responsibilidad nila sa kumpanya. Dahil sa share responsibility nila, magkakaroon ng bond ang mga empleyado. Human relationship among people. Mas magkakaroon ng magandang mood ang isang kumpanya kapag ang lahat ng empleyado ay marunong sumunod sa rules. Halimbawa na lang kapag sa amin, kapag tapos gamitin yung isang equipment, so dapat linisin din, dapat ibalik sa dating pwesto nito para kapag may gagamit hindi nahanapin kung saan. Teamwork among people. Dahil isa ang goal ng 5S ay masasabuhay nila yung pagpapractice sa loob ng kumpanya. Magkakaroon ng teamwork ang mga empleyado na ginagawa ito sa pang-araw-araw dahil isa ang goal nila. Mas mag-i-improve yung teamwork nila dahil kapag kunyari nagtutulong-tulungan sila dun sa paglilinis or something na gagawin nila, magkakaroon talaga dun ng improvement para dun sa teamwork. Comradeship among people and vitality to people. Mas magkakaroon ng energy ang employee kapag hindi ito stress. Mabawasan ang stress ng tao kapag malinis at organized ang nasa paligid. Kapag ang mga tao ay nasa paligid nito ay marunong makisama at sumunod sa rules, at lalo na kapag nagawa yung sinet na goals at hindi nasasayang yung oras nito sa walang kabuluhan.
Let's know benefits of 5S implementation. First benefit is increasing productivity, as it leads to waste reduction through systematic work systems. Second benefit is increasing quality, as you will have fewer human errors through visual controls and other implemented systems. Third benefit is improving equipment performance, as routine cleaning and inspections will prevent unscheduled breakdown. Fourth benefit is improving safety, as you start to reduce hazards through proper storage and organizing the workplace. Fifth benefit is making delivery on time, as you start to eliminate obstacles from your workflow. Sixth benefit is increasing morale of your employee.
Here we are